Well, welcome here to Memorial Park for this round 4 Chatham Cup fixture between Petone FC and Wellington Olympic. It is an overcast day. It's been raining for the last couple of hours here in Petone, but it's cleared up nicely for this game. So we can see the home side, Petone, in their tradition black kit today. They'll be starting right to left with Olympic in the white kit, going left to right. And Petone will start with the kickoff. Matthew Brazier to get us underway. Straight onto the long ball with the captain Sam Pickering opting for that. And straight away Olympic get possession. Sinclair linking up with his defensive partner there. But it just going out for a Petone throw-in. It'll be Oliver Pickering to take it quickly. Lively, energetic atmosphere here at Memorial Park. Car parks are all full. Mandalawi gets the first touch. And Khalid plays it wide. Mustafa now. And Isaac Snell gets a bit of contact in the back. In fact, it will be an Olympic throw. Taken quickly and falls to the feet of an Olympic man, but it ends up well scrambled by Petone in the end, and it's only as far as the wide man for Olympic down there. A lot of yelling, and the referee's given a corner. It'll be the in-swinger from the far side. The arm goes up as it looks to be back post. Some forward back headering. It does fall to Crawley as he takes a strike. Crawley on this near side. It wasn't on target. Oscar Boyce does well. There's another defensive header from Khalid, and that goes out for another Olympic throw. Wellington Olympic, obviously at the moment, topping the Central League. Just by the 1 point, as that corner doesn't beat the front man of Petone. A second stab at it, and another stab at it from, that was Mata, number 15. He's got some size to him, that kid. And a snapshot from him, another corner for Olympic. That's the third one in quick succession. And there it is, delivered. A slight touch, and it ends up this time going out for a goal kick. Forward ball that finds no black shirt. In fact, it crosses the white line for an Olympic throw. And the throw and taken, but a very aggressive centre-back move from Khalid to stop the forward play. And now it's a Petone thrown on the near side. Jack O'Connor wanting to take it, but no normal tactics to apply. It will be Oliver Pickering. Jack O'Connor tips it forward. Some tight play. It's Jack O'Connor now. Can't beat his man. It was Sinclair standing up, doing good defensive work. But Mastiff Tell you what, now here come Olympic down this near side. It's Bazukits on the ball. He plays it near post, and Oscar Boyce cleans everything up. That's Perks backs to Boyce. Mandalawi. Now Perks, as he opts to go long, looking for Jack O'Connor. And tell you what, a foot away from perfect. I said that about 10 times at my golf this morning. Just couldn't keep it straight, goddammit. Pulling away to the left, but that's all right. Things to work on in the week. There's the throw now for Olympic. Looking for Caelan Gould. A lively character he is. He plays it wide to the wingback, covering some space on that far side. And Mandalawi quick to respond, but still in the position of Olympic here. As they spread it over to this near side. It's with Gully now. Sinclair beats his man and has some space to whip in across to near post, but once again Oscar Boyce, safe hands from him. Someone just gained control of it. And there it is, Mandalawi now. And that was a misdirected pass. That's Gould. Sinclair back to Devonport. And that's Gully. Mata spreads it to Crawley. Watson brings it down well. And a forward ball played by the left midfield, but again, he's quick off his line, Oscar Boyce, very confident in his box to come out and face defenders, meet the ball at the feet. And once again there, safety for Petone. He rolls it out to his defender. Good inside run. Eglinton lays it off. Finds Jack O'Connor. He looks to stand his man up. He goes inside. Chance to shoot maybe, no. He looks to get the 1-2. Just couldn't quite complete the move there, Petone. And a potential counter-attack here. Here come Olympic. They've got 4 going forward in total. Maybe a chance to switch it here. Sinclair with a good run on this near side, but they opt to go with Devonport Peterson. And here we go. Now the ball looking for Sinclair. But too little too late, I think, in that move. Gully squares it up now to DeMario. DeMario now sends it left. Chance to cross from Gould. He goes near post and it goes through everyone. And in fact, Sinclair, he did his best to keep it in, but it ends up going out for a goal kick. I just had to get a drink. Sorry, folks, but we are back. Caelan Gould He's got a soft foot as he brings it down. But Mandalawi there. In fact, sorry, Mustafa. Two fantastic names. It's pretty easy to get switched up between the two. There's a chance for Olympic, but a last-ditch defending effort from Khalid, and he sends it up for a corner. Great effort from him. Oscar Boyce does well to collect that corner, and he'll throw this out far side. Here come Petone, looking for a spark as Matt Brazier drops deep, as he does. Needs to get some early touches, that lad. Doesn't want to be his first touch in front of goal as a striker. You want to get a couple of early touches. The size of Mata, I tell you what, he'll be winning aerial battles today. Then again, Matthew Brazier, he is a strong figure at the top of the attack of Petone. Be a good battle today to watch those two tussle it out. As a miscue from the keeper, that'll be a Petone corner, their first one of the day, I think. It'll be Perks with the outswinger to whip this one in. As both hands go up from the youngster. He throws it in the mixer. It's a great delivery as a fly effort from Mustafa. It ends up bouncing around and at the feet of Jack O'Connor. Here he is. He stands up to his man. It's a physical battle. I think it's a... I'll tell you what. Looks like a corner, but it is a goal kick. A bit of silly push and shove. The referee wants a quiet word, but no more, I'm sure. That will be a yellow card for number 10, G. Bazookas, for Olympic. Lack of discipline there from the attacking player. But so on and so forth as the goal kick's taken and players resumed. Caelan Gould with a lovely lay forward as he finds his left midfielder and a cross is played forward. No further than Corin Perks. Good clearance from him. And a slight second chance, but another clearance from Khalid this time. Good awareness, and Oscar Boyce will control that one. Brazier dropping in and playing a wonderful ball through. Jack O'Connor now has a chance. He tries to cut in, but it was a great bit of defensive work. And now Gould on this near side. Straight away another chance to go forward, but Good stop from Eglinton to stop that play. Good high-intensity start to this game. After all, knockout football. Win or go home here, folks. We will have extra time. We will have penalties if necessary, as Matthew Brazier is set through, but a mistimed run or mistimed ball that is offside. Very tidy from Petone to retain possession under high press, but finally give way as a chance for Olympic as they move forward. Corin Perks, once again, the saviour for Petone in the back line. But another chance for Sinclair as he darts in on the byline. Sinclair with a great cutback. And a chance for Olympic to open the scoring, and it is Olympic to open the scoring here at Memorial Park. A great run from Sinclair down the byline. He cuts it back, and the goal scorer will get to you soon, but it was a calm, composed finish on the merged communications end, and Oscar Boyce was beaten from short range. 1-0 here to the away side, Olympic. It was the number 8, Joel Stevens, the goal scorer for Olympic, to open things up here. As Olympic try and quickly add another. Caelan Gould, he's quick. He'll try and catch up to it, but the clearance made by Oscar Boyce. I'll tell you what, Olympic just keep on coming at the moment, though. They're having a very good spell at the moment of a couple of high-intensity minutes, but that cross straight to the keeper. And hopefully a couple of breaths can be shared between the Petone boys and calm things down. It's coloured now on their far side. Back to Boyce. It's a high press game from Olympic. Look how many white shirts are within 30 yards of the goal. 5 of the players pressing on the Petone back line, making it hard for them to get out, and there it is. They win the ball back quickly. It's Gould again, has a chance outside the 18-yard box, and a strike that was going towards the right side of Oscar Boyce. Full extension from him, and a fantastic save from Oscar Boyce. It was a great touch and control from Gould on the 18-yard box, and a clean shot away, shooting across the goal face. Definitely on target, definitely into the corner, and a fantastic save. But here's the in-swinging corner, and Oscar Boyce with contact gets his fists on it. Jeepers, he's having a good spell as well. It's a free kick to Petone. As the atmosphere just livens up a bit here. Oh, Boyce will be feeling good after that full stretch save. That's what keepers absolutely love. They train for those, they dream about those. So he'll be wanting his team to really fight back now and get one back for him. As that one was definitely offside, I was right in line with that, Eglinton. But what a ping from him. If it wasn't, that would have been one for the books. If only. long balls played, and Olympic moving forward super quickly. I look down for 2 seconds at the paper, and I look up and literally on the other end of the pitch. Lovely forward pace ball, and even better square one to find Mandalawi. And now Eglinton lays it off to Pickering. But he gets caught. I tell you what, the high press from Olympic is very effective at the moment. There's a snapshot, and it comes off the upright. A fantastic effort. That was Watson. Great chance from him. Difficult chance, but he made it look simple. Oscar Boyce maybe got a finger to that. He was definitely covering it. Good movement from him once more, making it tough for Olympic to get past him as the in-swinging corner is about to be whipped in. It's right in the heart, and it goes through everyone. It'll be a throw-in to Olympic. And the throw-in's taken, it's Gould. He beats his man, he goes inside the penalty area, and it's a fantastic cross. My goodness me, folks. I mean, that goal is really all about the cross. It's in the back of the net we'll get you the goal scorers soon again, folks, but what a fantastic cross from Caelan Gould to make that goal possible. It was the centre back, number 15, Mata there, the goal scorer. Work to do for Petone is constant pressure from the forward pack of Olympic. Caelan Gould, he's running around, causing havoc for Petone at the moment. 2-0 to the visitors in this Chatham Cup tie. Olympic have been on the top of their game for a number of years now. Top side in the Wellington region and, well, New Zealand really. Very competitive side, always. And it was always going to be a tough game for Petone today. Let's see if they can make a game of it. There's a bit of a sloppy challenge there from the captain, Sam Pickering. It'll be a free kick. That ball was sent, folks, completely over the Capital Football HQ. He sent that potentially over to Shandon, third tee box. The keeper will knock this one forward. And Watson does well using his body, but can't quite keep it. Eglinton will take it away. Mandalawi with him, but only as far as DeMario. He spreads it wide to the wide man. He beats his and tries to get across away, but no further. That was Stevens on the far side as he'll whip the cross in as well for the corner. Corner's taken. It's a severe in-swinger, in fact. Must have been with the wind. Looking at the flags, in fact. No, it wasn't. It's just absolute instep from the kid. A threatening corner that comes to nothing as the ball is retreated all the way back to the keeper, Basilage, today. You can't miss him. Last seen on a construction site. Oliver Pickering now on the halfway line for Petone. Ball at foot, very relaxed. But DeMario, I tell you what, he came out of nowhere. as Watson plays a forward ball, and another chance for Olympic, and they make it 3-0. Genuine tap in there. I think that was Stevens again on that far side. Well, the third goal here today and the third goal to the away side, Olympic. They're on fire at the moment. It was Sinclair, the goal scorer. Sam Pickering, lovely touch. It's with Jack O'Connor. He gets a bit of contact, but it'll just be a throw-in. Ollie Pickering now. Eglinton lays it back off. Just seems like a different level of intensity from Olympic today compared to the home team. They need to rev up. As Brazier comes to drop in, get a touch. DeMario, though, sets free. A 50-50, won by Carlett, I thought, and it will be a free kick to Petone. Great refereeing there. The Olympic coach coming just about out of his box, not happy with that, but a great vantage point up here in the box, and definitely a great call. There's Snell on that far side. A couple of touches. Mustafa as well. There he is there. Mustafa plays it forward. Eglinton over there. The throw-ins back to Coloured. Mandalawi dropping in, but opting to go with Boise. Now Perks on this. Wanting to come this near side. I'll tell you what, tight spaces they're creating. The Olympic forward press, but Mandalawi does super well and releases Jack O'Connor as he darts inside, cutting the angles. Sam Pickering looking to give it back, but Jack O'Connor didn't really continue his run. And that one ends up being a throw-in to Petone. We have seen the Petone backline in midfield under a lot of pressure in the first 28 minutes here, and in doing so we've seen also some wonderful acute touches from the group. It's just been constant, and a couple of mistakes, well, 3 mistakes as you see on the scoreboard. It's just that constant pressure that Olympic are applying at the moment. It's really tough to handle. As a fantastic ball is played through from Sinclair and releases the striker, but a angled run took him away from goal. It was Bazookas, and safe hands of Boyce in the end on that tough angle. Definitely favoured the keeper. That outside football, what a trait to have. The wind has dried the turf enough for that spin in the ball to grip and stop for him to really gain control of it. Gave him a great chance at goal. The score remains at 3. Sinclair now tries to get a foot on it, but I tell you what, Gould can make something out of nothing, that kid. Wrap it on across short distances and obviously long. There's the throw-in taken from Petone. Jack O'Connor tries to get cute, but only as far as Mata. Great cutting inside ball from Olympic. There's Mata, there he is. The absolute G unit. Goal scorer already today. And Oscar Boyce getting a lot of action this first half an hour. It's Perks. Khaled plays it forward looking for Brazier, but that ball very direct and if anything with the wind slightly. Beautiful backdrop of Bob Scott there as the keeper sends that one into the gloomy skies of Memorial Park. Khaled sends that one back to Oscar Boyce. I guess these are fun games for keepers. He's going to have a lot of action, obviously, with this high-quality side and high-quality attack of the Wellington Olympic side. Teams only become better by playing teams like these, as a fantastic ball has found Sam Pickering in the attacking third and, well, tidied up there in the end. It was Corley. Throw in taken, Mustafa. And a Petone man goes to ground. It was Brazier, but referee says nothing in it. Fantastic little through ball there, releasing man on the far side. I think it was Snell. It ends up being cut back to Jack O'Connor and put over the crossbar. Oh no, it is a corner. I'm looking through pretty dirty perspex here, so tough to see the details, folks. And the outswinger played in. It was actually a really well taken corner on that far side from Perks. Jack O'Connor now gets the foot on the ball. Links up with Sam Pickering. The captain asking for it back and giving it straight back to him. Here's Jack O'Connor doing really well. Getting surrounded by 3 white shirts in the end. And just about winning a throw-in for his team, but it ends up being an Olympic throw. And everyone's running away from it. What's going on? Here we go, an early substitution for Petone. It is number 11, Jugger Scott Grinfield coming on. For number 12, Oliver Pickering. A change after 32 minutes. Well, something did have to give as Ryan Edwards turns to the bench before the first half. A change of tactics looming, you must say. You can't say Petone's playing poorly. I think it's more they really just haven't had a chance. So they'll be looking to create some chances with just possession and getting the ball into the attacking half. And you've got to take your chances. You've got to take your chances when you get them. As the free kick is given to Petone. Sam Pickering wants it. But Olympic doing some good strategic manoeuvres there to make sure it wasn't taken quickly. There's Scott Grinfield. Coloured now. Forward ball finding Sam Pickering, who plays a lovely outside the football, finding Jack O'Connor. Jack O'Connor, a couple of step overs. He gives it to Scott Grinfield, who cuts it back. A chance for Petone, a really good chance. But the defender up for the challenge. I think it was Mata there to do the last ditch of defending, to send it up for a corner. But what a chance for Petone to get one back. Tell you what, the team talk changes so much if there's a goal on the Petone score sheet at halftime. The two hands go up and the in-swing is delivered as that unfortunately enters play but exits play harmlessly. Sponsors today presenting this match to you: Ray White, Petone, the Kemi brothers, Des Smith, #1 salesperson in the Hutt Valley. If you want it sold, Des Smith. And Merge Communications, providing you the eastern end of this ground. Kalen Gould does well there to get him set aside a corner. Other sponsors, obviously, Mexicano Corn Chips, Sprig and Fern Petone, Capital City Ford, PowerX, Magan Turbo. He's hoited that throw-in, and it's nearly gone as far as the penalty spot. There's lots of yells for something. I didn't see anything, but it's Mustafa on the far side for Petone with the foot on the ball. It's Snell, back to Mustafa. The gap closed down to Brazier, so he can't get it. Mustafa is released, though, as he gets to spread his legs, but does get shoved to the ground. Fair challenge deemed by the referee. Sam Pickering, once again, he's dangerous with those cheeky balls through, as that was obviously a handball. Everyone saw it. No one even appealed for it. Sam Pickering takes it quickly, hitting Jack O'Connor. He's a creative player, that young buck, as he tries to play it forward, finding Eglinton in a good physical battle, but it does end up being either a free kick or a goal kick. I think the referee gave it a free kick just before it went out. A chance for Brazier to spread his legs, and he looks like he wants to win that battle, but a late call for offside, and he'll be steamed off, I tell you that much. All that energy. He'll be like, mate, call it bloody 50 metres ago, but nevertheless. Temperature dropping potentially a couple of degrees here. aerial option, but Mandalawi up for the challenge. He is in fact taller than Caelan Gould there, but both are very quick. Perks taking the long direct route. I don't think that's in the game plan, as the ball's given straight back to Olympic. And the long ball trying to find Sinclair. He does really well with a chest forward. He cuts it square, and it's another chance. It's another goal for Olympic. This time it's number 10, Bazukits. Fantastic play from Olympic all round, really. 4-0 to the away side. Well, play restarted once more by Petone. They concede their fourth in the first half. And yet they come again. Here come Olympic. Moving forward, trying to find Bazookas again for his second in 2 minutes. And it was a great save from Oscar Boyce, denying him that chance. A very quick brace that would have been. Boyce's not having that. All this entertainment, folks, provided to the merge communication end. And a chance as it is dished out to the top of the box, but so the snapshot doesn't get through the black wall. And DeMario, no point gathering that one in. Sinclair throws it back into play. I'll tell you what, things are getting physical, but the smallest man has won the physical battle there. Jack O'Connor does very well. And Brazier trying to add some pressure, but that one's cleared, and cleared well. Contact. And it was the man Sinclair going down. It's a free kick to Olympic. Right in front of us here, right in front of the Petone dugout. Well, regardless, I think this game will provide some entertainment for the remainder of the 90 minutes. There will be. So stay tuned, folks. Don't go anywhere. As halftime is looming on us. Olympic now. Going square. Devonport Peterson. Corley playing it forward. Cullen Mustafa linking up there, and Sam Pickering doing very well. And Brazier, chance to get physical for him. That one's sent to the heavens. That's got snow on it. Wonderful technique to switch the play there from Hugh Watson. The referee today, Petone, he's in the blue shirt today, controlling this game. He's done a very fine job in this first half. As the ball's cut back from Brazier, and a chance for Wellington on the outside. And that shot's blocked. We've got 2 minutes to add on here in this first half. Caelan Gould there, he loses his footing. That ends up going out for a goal kick. In fact, no, sorry. It is a corner. Again, a goddamn beam was in front of me. Sorry, folks. As it will be Gould with the in-swinging corner. It's a beautiful one too, and it's Brazier doing a fantastic defensive work. Mandalawi to tidy things up, but doesn't get a clean connection. The switch ball is played from Devonport Peterson back to Gould as he tries to turn Jack O'Connor inside out. Jack O'Connor staying with him well, but Gould finds a way through. No further than the near post man, Mandalawi. Good positioning from him. Sinclair applying more pressure. Fantastic intensity brought by Sinclair as he enters the penalty area for Olympic. Causing havoc, Sinclair, at the moment. And that will be the halftime whistle. Halftime here in the Chatham Cup, 4th round between Petone and Wellington Olympic. It is 4-0 to Olympic. We'll be back in 15 minutes or so, folks, to give you the second half. Stay with us. Well, welcome back here to Memorial Park for this second half Chatham Cup fixture, round 4 between Petone and Olympic. Currently 4-0 to Olympic as they kick us off here for the second 45. Very dominant first 45 for the away side. They would have had a pretty chuffed dressing room in the warm there. And a different story in the Petone camp, I'm sure. Ryan Edwards surely making some adjustments and tweaking their game plan to try and counter this forward press and high energy that is being displayed from specifically the midfield and attacking group of the Olympic side, making the Olympic defence job very easy today, defending from the top. As that throw-in travels some distance. Trying to move on that far side, it is Sinclair. As the cross is played through, looking for Gould on that front post, but he just can't get there. He's up in Boyce's hands. Sam Pickering a fantastic turn, and then he finds Matt Brazier. Mustafa on this far near side was in some space, but opted not to go with him. It's Mandalawi now. Bright pink boots, you cannot miss him. Nice and easy for me. Don't have to look at my bit of paper. Snell lays it back to Khalid. And the long ball, trying to find Eglinton. He tries his best to get in there, but it rolls out for an Olympic throw. Switch ball from Gould, looking for Sinclair on that far side. He has a snapshot, but that one is wide. I am joined up in the balcony here by Todd from Capital Football. Welcome, Todd.
Kia ora. It's always nice watching a game of football at Petone Memorial Park, which is next to the Capital Football offices. Jack Henry Sinclair, personal friend of mine, close shave to the post almost. What a matchup though, Petone Olympic, Chatham Cup, 100 years. It's exciting, and it's good to see two clubs in Wellington doing well within the cup run. And obviously the scoreline is 4-0, which has been a Petone man myself in previous years. Concerning, but Olympic are fighting strong.
Yeah, cheers, Todd. Always good to get some help up in the commentary box, mate.
It's a tough job, and Olympic now. Watson shoots, and looks like it's gone out for a corner kick.
Oscar Boyce did really well there to get low to cover that bottom corner. It'll be Stevens to take it quickly.
Do you know much about the new Petone kit they've put on this year?
Yeah, it's a 125th anniversary kit they introduced, I think, about 6 weeks ago. By the top of my brain, they've used it pretty much every week up until last week was their first week without. They were reverted back to their traditional blue kit, but no, it's just a cultural recognition of the club and the history that we do hold here, and the Māori background that the heritage that we uphold here at the club. And yeah, all those designs are imprinted in the shirt, Todd. It is pretty cool what they've done there.
I was lucky enough to actually attend the 125th celebrations, as you said, 4 weeks ago. I think Richard Kerbell was behind the design, who's the reserve team coach for Petone Football Club. It's good to see, and acknowledging the relationship between local iwi and the club.
Yeah, it is quite tough to see, obviously, with the camera angles not being obviously 1080 or 4K as other games of football you may watch. But no, there is some slight koru patterns on the kit that are very lovely to the detailed eye. As Khaled gets right up the field, he is centre back, remember.
Well, Connor, so obviously Petone are down 4-0. What are your head coach? If you're the head coach of Petone, what would your messaging be to the players on the field at the moment?
Well, we know that Brazier loves the aerial battle. He loves receiving the ball at height. I think maybe opting for the long option. Obviously, there is a lot of forward press from the front line of Olympic. Sorry. And the traditional Petone way is that passing football. So they're obviously getting trapped in that. Maybe it's time to opt for the long ball and I guess try and go for some luck, as punishing as that may be.
So you're basically saying big kicks, fast runs.
Back in high school days, eh? Yeah. Who knows? I'm no expert, Todd. It is tough. It is tough up here to make those calls. That is why Ryan Edwards gets the big bucks as head coach.
The wind is actually also picking up over Memorial Park, and I think it could be a tough one for Petone in the second half against the wind. But personally, as I said earlier, I'd like to see him put a few balls in the back of the net.
Yep, no, of course. No, this John Bradbury lounge and balcony would love to go wild for a couple of goals. Let's see what they can do here.
But this Olympic side, of course, is probably the best it's ever been within the club, and they've obviously competed to a high level within the New Zealand Football National League. Obviously, this is the Central League, and they had a IOC Champions League qualifying. It's a pretty impressive Olympic outfit this season, and they're obviously top of the table, aren't they?
They are. They're 1 point clear of the Petone reserve. The Phoenix reserve team. Sorry, having a very strong season indeed. You've got to say probably one of the best teams in the country.
It'll be interesting. Obviously, the cup run. So it's interesting to see who pops their heads out at the end of it, and I think Olympic could be one of those teams, and it wouldn't surprise you if they came up against a team like Auckland City or Auckland United. Or maybe Cash Tech from Christchurch. But yeah, certainly Olympic. I would say their goal will be to win the National League. Of course, and they've got a good team to try and do that.
Oh, fantastic insight from Todd there. To, I guess, put things into perspective about how good this Wellington Olympic side is at the moment. As a couple of chances went by as we were talking. A decent chance by Mata there that was contesting with Oscar Boyce. He did go out for a goal kick. As Sinclair now on the far side, a couple of step overs. He ends up getting it to Devonport Peterson. And all the way back to that man Mata, who's had a fantastic game, I think, Todd. A really good game, Mata in the centre-back position for Olympic.
Yeah, Olympic have... I don't think they've been tested too much at the back to be fair. I'd be happy if I was the coach. Obviously, they're 4-0 in the green. Petone have a lot of work to do, but you know what? Never count them down. It's you know,
it is football.
What are we? 55 minutes into the game.
As that one falls to the feet of Bazookas. My goodness me, how did that end up at his feet? The clearance went sky high into the wind from Oscar Boyce, and it just ended up at Bazookas' feet. He tried a snapshot, but a sharp save low to his left, Oscar Boyce.
So Petale's found his whistle again. He hasn't been too active over the last 20 minutes, but the game's just flowed. But he's called a foul, and it's a Petone free kick, apparently. Thank you, Petale. Oh, no, he's blown it again. Goodness me. I'll refrain from commenting further on Petale.
It's Mandalawi back to Perks. Scott Grenfield now on that fast side. He looks to switch it up. It's now Snell on the ball, carded with the overlapping run. But they go long and looking to find Sam Pickering. A lovely two-touch to control that one. Lays it off to Eglinton. Eglinton now. Snell trying to find Mustafa in space, but Gould, I tell you what, he's everywhere today.
It's almost like the Olympic players gave them a lot of space in that final third there. Tony had a very good chance to potentially, get a shot off on goal. Olympic players sat off them, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, maybe they are just taking the foot off the pedal a bit.
I mean, you're 4-0 out. What would you do as a player? You'd probably sit down and go, the game's potentially over.
Yeah, I think even that just happens regardless of subconsciously sometimes when things do become pretty comfortable out there. As Sinclair receives on that far side, he puts his foot on it and comes back into the middle. Finds Devonport, Peterson, back to Mata. Combination we've seen a lot. But that one's snuffed out well by Khalid, who's getting higher and higher. We do have a substitution here. It is for Olympic. It is number 11, Hale Mariam, coming on for Devonport Peterson.
So we've actually joined in Mr. Buckingham, as in Des Buckingham, is on the balcony in Petone Football Club at the moment, and he's the ground announcer. All the way from Mumbai City FC, where he is the head coach, previous Capital Football employee, and New Zealand Football under 23 and under 20 head coach. It's good to have him back in New Zealand for a short period of time.
And great timing for the FIFA World Cup, Women's World Cup, starting in a week or so.
Oh, yeah, certainly. The Women's World Cup is just around the corner. I think the opening game is on Thursday in 2 weeks, or maybe 3, in Auckland, where New Zealand will
fantastic.
kick off.
1-2 football from Olympic, but the flag is raised and Caelan Gould will not get his brace. It is ruled offside. Sorry to cut you off there, Todd.
It looks like Sean Lau raised his flag and the referees are happy with it. As I was saying, the Women's World Cup is around the corner. So if you haven't checked the social media platforms and websites and communications from either New Zealand Football or Capital Football, please do so, because there's 9 games in Wellington. I personally think we've got the best draw within any city within Australia and New Zealand, and it's going to be a good month. I'm personally got tickets to all games, which is exciting, and I do hope the football ferns perform well. However, we do have the USA and Netherlands in Wellington.
And there it is, another goal. It is for Mata, number 15, the centre back. His second goal of the day. And Olympic make it 5.
Please excuse my my dialogue whilst the goal has been scored. Olympic make it 5-0 here at Petone Memorial Park. As I was saying, the USA and Netherlands is probably the game to watch in Wellington. Get your tickets. Go on the Capital Fort website, actually. I do believe we have a landing page for everything Women's World Cup. And you can find out all the details. And Petone kickoff again, 5-0. It's a tough one to swallow, isn't it?
Yep, no. They'll be looking to just get some feel-good football now, Petone. Get some passes together. Energy is demanding. As a lovely through ball played by Sam Pickering, releasing Isaac Snell on this near side. He cuts it back, looking for Brazier, but that one does go out for a throw-in.
What are your thoughts on Petone's season so far in the Central League? Personally, I'll give you my comments before. Obviously, we're talking about Chatham Cup game here, but they've done well this year in the Central League. They're sitting in 5th place, I think, behind Napier City Rovers.
Yeah, and I think they've had a very solid start to the season. Obviously, just over halfway through the regular season here in the Central League, and yeah, sitting mid-table. I mean, they've played some really good football so far, and it's been a privilege to commentate most of the home games up from a fantastic vantage point here at a fantastic facility. So, I think the boys are trucking along really well. They've got a good youth system. Ryan Edwards is doing a fantastic job and bringing players from a young age up to their full potential, I think earlier than they would have even thought. So, a great future for Petone. I do see a great stepping stone this season being.
Of course, Olympic being the opposition here, they're currently top of the table, and I think I could be wrong, but it's probably a given that they're going to make the National League, the New Zealand Football National League from the Central League. What are your thoughts on Petone actually making that top 4, on the caveat that the Wellington Phoenix take that 4th spot?
Look, it's obviously possible. I think only 3 points is the difference between 5th and 4th at the moment. So, yeah, very, very promising outlook for the men in blue traditionally, men in black today. And that goes out for a throw-in. Brazier doing some defensive work. Ooh, attacking work, but defensive work. You know what I mean. And Snell restarts things. It's coloured now. Spreading it to Perks. And Jugger Scott Grenfield. He travels forward with some confidence. Finds Mandalawi. Eglinton now. Picks up the scraps. Goes through Sam Pickering and Snell to find Khalid. Back to Snell. Mandalawi. Mustafa, sorry. Great short passing there shown by Petone. This is what they'll be after now for the remainder of this game. Some real feel-good football. Confidence going in towards the next week of training and next fixture. What a fantastic view of that I had. Didn't quite have the distance, but the wind did quite hold it up.
Yeah, the winner of this game will play the victor of Napier City Rovers, who are our cousins up in Central Football. They're playing Waterside Karori tomorrow in another cup battle. So based on the current scoreline of 5-0, I think Olympic will be playing one of those teams. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to see Waterside Karori get up over that one.
It will, yes, of course. We want to see as many Central League teams succeeding in essentially the FA Cup of New Zealand. This is what the Chatham Cup is. That's how I describe it. There's Mata. Corley. Gully does well there to spread wide. Now forward movement, Watson with gusto, spreads it wide to Gould. Gould cuts it back to Sinclair as he enters the penalty area, and it was a fingertip save going over the crossbar. Oscar Boyce, it'll be a corner.
Did he say that, did he? It's a, I thought it was rocket of a shot, and Olympic obviously have a set-piece corner. What are we, 55 minutes, 65 minutes into the second half? Or am I blind? I can't read the scoreboard.
You're bang on there, 65. As that corner is long and goes out for a goal kick.
It's always challenging to... I know you're a strong supporter of Petone yourself, and it's always challenging to commentate the back end of a game when you're 5-0 down.
Yeah, I do like to see the positive sides of things. As I say, the boys today at the moment, I think, in this current state, will be looking to play some feel-good football, trying to build on something for next week, build on something for the training sessions, take some positives out of the game. All they can do is just keep working and making good football happen. So any chance to see those boys do that is a privilege. As Scott Greenfield does well to stop that forward play, and now it's with Eglinton. He gives it back to Scott Greenfield on the far side. Jack O'Connor goes beyond him. And the ball is trying to find Brazier as he enters the 18-yard box. Is called offside. It was a good run, maybe slightly mistimed.
How good has Brazier been this season, though, as a signing for Petone Football Club? He certainly has scored a number of goals. I don't know what he's like around the team, but you might be able to comment on that a little bit more than I can.
Brazier is the man in form for Petone, of course. Harry Kane-esque, I've often referred him to as. Obviously imported from Australia and has proven his worth here at the local Petone club. Goal machine. If you haven't checked out Petone FC on Instagram, please do. It's a fantastic place for a bit of entertainment, a bit of football news. Some great work on the Sosh Med there from Petone and the boys, Shay and the fellas. It's Petone slow play down at the moment. It's coloured. Finding some space with a forward pass. It is Mandalawi now. Sorry, Mustafa. He plays a ball to the front post. Mustafa finding Jack O'Connor. He couldn't quite get over the header, and it is over the crossbar for a goal kick.
A little bit going on the sideline here. Peter Lindy's come over to have a conversation to the fourth official, Don Barry. And it looks like there's some little bit of argy-bargy between the teams. And Lenny, that is Lenny, the referee, is going to call a couple of players in to have a conversation.
Look,
the
Tom,
game sort of just stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, let's not get embroiled in the bloody politics that's going on out there. It happened a couple of weeks ago or last week, and we just want to play. We just want to watch football. We want to play football. Let's talk about the Warriors. They're on tonight, 7:30.
7:30.
Huge game for the Warriors.
I'm actually personally a Warriors fan, and I'm excited about it. Are you going to watch it?
we're definitely watching for it. We're definitely up for the Wars, and we'll be looking forward to a fantastic game from then. Of course, the NRL, probably the toughest league in the world, but
what are they sitting 6th or 5th at the moment? I can't actually.
I think after last week.
They were terrible last week, weren't they?
8th, I think.
Yeah, they are. Tight league that.
It is a tight league.
Lenny's, what is he doing?
We digress.
Substitution.
We go
substitution. We have to get Des Buckingham back on the.
We come now to some subs for Olympic. It is Hoy coming on for Watson, and it is Luke Mini coming on for Bazookas. As Jack O'Connor is in some space on that far side now. As he loves so much, standing up his defenders. He does hit the ground, and it's a good call from the ref to give that free kick on the angle.
Obviously Petone have a free kick here. I don't want to interview any more than I already have today. However, how would you set this up? I mean, would you go set piece, find the head, or would you go set piece, find the goal?
I love the back post line. I love the fact that if you miss-hit it, it's a good cross, but if you hit it perfectly, it's on target for a shot, you know? As Scott Grenfield gets a chance to have a dig, but it does go no further than the first defender. Releasing Caelan Gould now. The Bulldog, they call him. Back in his Wainui days, a couple of years ago, he was tied with the Wainui team that took out the Cap Premier title.
They did a number of years ago.
He, of course,
came up
was
Central League, didn't they?
That was correct. He was a part of that setup, and the following year went up to Napier City Rovers, Caelan Gould.
Yeah, Rupert Kemmies, who is now the head coach of Olympic Football Club, used to be the ex-coach of Wainui Amata Football Club, who brought the rise of the team into the Central League. I know both those clubs have a good relationship still, and it's good to see Mr. Kemmies doing good things within the football community in Wellington. Credit to him, really.
Well, it seems he's taken the successful parts of the Wainui season that he had, and he's chucked in the golden sprinkles from that season into this season. So he does seem like he's got his head around football. As Perks has the ball, gives it to Scott Grenfield. Is that ball trying to find Brazier, but slightly mistimed as he was, I think, just about to make that turn and run. Ends up going all the way back to the goalkeeper and cleared. Mustafa now in some space. He composes himself, puts his foot on it, and tries the nutmeg. Isaac Snell.
And the lights just come on. So the light is fading.
Caelan Gould releases Sinclair as Sinclair has a chance, but a fantastic save, Oscar Boyce, to keep it to 5.
Oscar Boyce has actually been quite clinical in goal. Although the scoreline is 5-0, he's been tidy.
He has. He's a tidy goalkeeper, the young kid. Oscar Boyce between the sticks, man in purple today. He's had a solid season for Petone. As you can see him there pleading for his defenders to help him out here in this corner. The ball's whipped in and Brazier does the defensive work. will be Corley to throw this one in. And he throws it deep. It's Scott Greenfield clearing that one for a corner.
I feel like we've been particularly commenting on everything other than the game itself. And that's probably my fault, given that I joined you in the second half.
Well, I'm not sure what the viewers prefer, really. We'll have to chuck it in the comments, in fact. Do you like the game play-by-play non-stop, or do you like a bit of yarning? It'll be good to see what your thoughts are. And also, of course, use the comment section below to plug your man of the match in. Of course, they do go towards the post-match presentations here. So please do comment your man of the match down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. As a forward play from Brazier as he breaks down the right side, tries to cut in, but there's about 3 men on him.
I'm currently standing next to Mr. Buckingham, as in Des Buckingham, and he's already told me who he thinks the man of the match is. It'll be interesting to see who that actually is once the game's completed, because he won't tell me the name. And we've got a substitute.
We've got Luke Grinley coming on. And we've also got Matthew Jones coming on. And the players coming off is Isaac Snell and Ashtanavi Mustafa.
It's almost like Petone and probably Olympic as well. We're going through the motions now, because 5-0 scoreline is a challenging feat when there's only 13 minutes left on the clock.
Too right. That is some quick maths. As we see Scott Greenfield trying to penetrate the back line there of the Olympic side, but just no real deft touch can be seen from Petone at the moment. As you say, maybe just going through the motions. As Hoy gets a good touch in the midfield, number 23. And a flick-on header from Gould releases Sinclair on the far side. A cutting run from Luke Minnie. And I don't know how, but it ends up at Gould's feet again. And he wins his side a corner. And we do have another substitution for Olympic. It is number 3, Hopper, coming on for number 2, Corley. And it'll be the in-swinging corner from Gould. And that looks juicy. It's to the back post. And it's brought down by Moy. And a shot from distance from Sinclair. And it goes out for a corner. Good connection from him. And yet another corner. It is another in-swinger, and met by the head of Khalid. Good defensive clearance from him. Stevens to take his second throw in a row. As DeMario drops in. Drops it off to Hoy. Mata now switches things to Gully. Gould tries to find some space, but denied once more. Mandalawi spreads it to Scott Grenfield, releasing Jack O'Connor. Here he comes now on the far side. He spreads his legs, tries to play it forward, but can't quite find the man who's just come on, Luke Grinley. He'll be eager to make something happen in his short stint on. That one has gone the distance, as we've got another substitution for Petone. Number 21, Rodriguez, coming on for number 8, Mandalawi.
And Petone gets back underway. That clock is ticking. We've got 9 minutes to go here in the second half. Olympic currently lead Petone FC 5-0, which is personally disappointing. However, good for Olympic Football Club because they will probably be going through to the next round of the 100th year of the Chatham Cup. And they'll either play probably Waterside Karori or Napier City Rovers in the next round.
Here comes Sinclair on the far side as he cuts it back to Gould. The man in form, he takes a shot, and you just expected it to hit the net, didn't you, folks? It does end up going wide, and it will be a goal kick to Petone, but he had a great chance to get his hat-trick there.
I mean, if you were a betting man, would you have put $5 on that one?
It looks like it was going from here, mate, I'll tell you. It really did. I'm not counting the goals, unfortunately. Is he on a hat-trick?
I think he's got 2.
He's got 2.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm not often wrong, so I think it's 2.
Again, as we enter the last 10 minutes, please do comment your man of the match into the comment section below. That would be much appreciated, and thank you for watching today's stream. Khaled under some pressure, but composingly turns and plays it forward. And Grinley's under some serious pressure and fights well, but does commit a foul. Well, there you go. Looking at the comments, they definitely do enjoy the back and forth between us, Todd. So thanks for joining me in the second half, mate. Really helping me out.
It's part of the job that we should probably do more of at Capital Football.
Maybe. You got good insight,
and,
obviously.
Obviously being a Petone man myself, I'd ventured down to the ground today and I saw you by your lonesome and I thought, you know what? Why not give the guy a hand in the second half? So here we are.
Always thankful for another commentator to join me here. As Matty Jones gets a touch. But under pressure from DeMario, and he sets off. Tries to set up Sinclair, and it was just a foot away from being a perfect pass from DeMario. It ends up going out for a goal kick to Petone. But Matty Jones there, maybe just a bit slow off his line. Coming into a very hostile midfield zone as Sinclair. Sorry, Grinley takes that one down beautifully with his chest and spreads it wide to Jack O'Connor on the far side. He's looking to cut in. You know he's going to as he takes a shot. And it finds Brazier now. He looks to cut that one back in. Unbelievably, that's not an own goal. I think it was Mata there.
I think the ball kids are probably going to have to go over the fence and get that one. But it would be nice to see Petone get a consolation goal. I could be wrong, but...
it would be good to see as Matty Jones will deliver this in swinging corner.
I reckon Matt Brazier on the head. Here we go. Oh.
And it was...
Maybe not.
Confidently met by Mata, the man who did concede the corner, so his teammates will be thankful for his work. As the ball is rejoined play. It's with Rodriguez, back to Khaled. Rodriguez, back to Khaled. Brazier dropping in wonderfully, and wanting it back. Unfortunately, that bounce pass just wasn't quite accurate enough, allowing Olympic to move forward with gusto.
With gusto?
That is my word of the week.
What does that actually mean? Talk me through it.
With haste, with abundance of energy, with positivity, all of the above. Gusto.
There's actually a podcast that I can't remember the name of it that use that exact terminology.
Well,
is it not Bill and Ben, Jim and Jerry, or Jeff and Jim, or
very good.
Someone in Australia. Anyway, if you've got gusto, you're doing well.
Too bloody right. As Petone nearly had a great chance there to catch Olympic on a rare counter-attack. They lose the ball. Matty Jones had a chance to spread the play wide. Unfortunately, it was a misdirected pass. As Caelan Gould now has a chance to put the dagger in the hearts of Petone, and slightly misplaced pass, trying to find Sinclair. Bit of a physical battle, and it will be play on, in fact. Matty Jones now. He cuts inside well. Brazier back to Rodriguez. And Khalid goes back to the keeper. As the wind picks up, the temperature drops a couple of degrees again. And the floodlights take more effect with each passing minute. I'm sure all 23 men out there would be looking forward to their warm shower shortly. As a physical confrontation comes up there, and it will be Luke Grinley penalised. Taken quickly by Mata. And spread to this near side. A great back ball cross delivered by Stevens. But no one to get on the end of it. Releasing Grinley now, hopefully, but not this time.
All right, so we're obviously heading into the back end of the game, or is that 87 minutes on the clock? I'm partially blind, but I'm not too blind. Who'd you play of the match? Talk me through it.
Player of the match. It's got to be an Olympic player. It's got to be. I mean, Goldie's had a fantastic game, obviously, with a couple of goals himself. I thought Stevens on this near side has had a fantastic game. I also think Marta's had a great game in the back line of Olympic, creating his own chances, getting creative with a slow day he's had in the back line for Olympic. But I think my favourite player today has been Stevens on the number 14 for Olympic, really being creative on that wing area. And
Joel Stevens, who's on the ball right now. Yeah, I agree with you. Mata has controlled the back of the game, and obviously they've got a clean sheet, which is always a positive. But personally, you didn't actually say his name, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, which is actually okay. Jack Henry Sinclair.
I said Sinclair. He was my man of the match.
Didn't you?
That was
you
my
did.
call.
He created a number of the goals that Olympic have scored, and maybe I'm biased because I know the guy, but he's for me personally player of the day, and I hope he gets awarded that at the post-match beers.
He has been everywhere, but of course you do have your say in the comment section below. As Goldie will take this corner from the far side. He'll take it short. He'll find Sinclair. He'll whip this one in as far as Perks in the front post. That goes sky high, and clearance made by Brazier. As the final seconds in standard time are coming to a close now. Stevens will throw this one in. Falls to Hoy as he falls to the ground, but it is play on. Matty Jones tries to get physical in a tight space. Demario does well with the back heel, but it ends up at the feet of Snell in a very tight space.
I think obviously the clock is ticking, and I think it's almost clicked over 90 minutes, and I'm sure Don Barry will put his board up at some point to put on extra time, and he's actually grabbing it right now, and bang, it's 3 minutes. And as you probably heard over, maybe you didn't, but as I said earlier, Mr. Buckingham is in the house, and he's announced it in his Maverick jacket, which is looking really good.
He does look stunning today, may I say. As Matty Jones now has the ball for Petone in their defensive third. He takes it forward, a great forward pass to Scott Grenfield down as he gets a chance to spread his legs and have some room to pick his pass. Jack O'Connor now back to Scott Grenfield. Matty Jones all the way over there giving some support as Rodriguez gets involved, but bit of a shove in the back, and that is a penalty for Petone. As the referee points to the spot, Brazier tried to make it to the ball. It was a loose ball, and it was a sloppy shoulder challenge from Mata, the man I've been raving about today. But I think that was a very loose challenge and a fair penalty.
Well, Mata's been very tidy at the back, and as I said earlier, Henry Sinclair has been my favourite, but it looks like it was it a card? I don't really know. That's for Petone. And it's a free kick here for Petone. And it's a penalty, sorry. Excuse my terminology, anyway, I'll pass over.
Brazier now for Petone, and what a great save from Basilage. A fantastic save midway up to his left side, and denies the man in form, Brazier, of his goal today. And now Olympic want to go forward quickly. And it's a cynical free kick and a yellow card given to Khalid in the Petone backline.
I didn't realise it was a penalty. I thought it was a free kick outside the box, but Brazier was on the spot before I knew it. And it looks like Olympic now have a free kick, so to speak.
It did all happen pretty quickly, and I mean, you can't say it was a bad penalty. It was just a good save. The keeper went the right way. Brazier will be kicking himself. He couldn't get one for his tally. And there it is. Full time has been blown here at Memorial Park. It will be Olympic going through the next round, and Petone being knocked out, with the final score being 5-0. Todd, any final words?
Yes, 5-0 to a Olympic Football Club. It's been a pleasure bringing the second half to you here at Petone Memorial Park. And Matiwa, no mai, hari mai. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Enjoy your Saturday night. Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much, Todd. Real privilege to have someone with as much insight as you in the New Zealand football realm, and a pleasure to speak with you today. A fantastic game to watch, really. No matter what side you're really on, I enjoyed watching it from up here in the vantage point, and I hope you did too. Thank you for watching on the live stream, and yeah, have a great rest of your Saturday. Ka kite anō.